Greetings and welcome back for another Music Theory Bite. This video is the second in a series about singing intervals. In this video we're going to cover singing the descending major second, major third, and perfect fifth, and the ascending minor second and perfect fourth. Before you view this video, make sure you look at 3 other videos in this series. First, check out my video on spelling intervals. That will give you most of the theory you need to know to do what I'm going to ask you to do in this one. Second, check out my video on singing scale degree patterns in the major mode. There are a lot of skills that are based off of the skills that I teach you in that video. Third, since this is Roman numeral 2, check out my video Singing Intervals 1 to see how the method works. A quick word about syllables. I'm going to move back and forth between using scale degree numbers and solfege syllables. My examples will be labeled with both. Use the system that makes the most sense to you or the one that your teacher requires. Let's start by reviewing the process for singing intervals that I introduced in the previous singing intervals video. You can remember the steps by remembering the word teapots, which stands for theory, plan, tonic, scale degrees. The first T, theory. With all structures we sing, start by understanding the theory behind it. If you don't know what you're going to sing, then how can you sing it? In the case of intervals, we simply need to know where each interval shows up in the major scale, or what component scale degrees go into each interval. P stands for plan. The plan for singing all of our intervals consists of the last 2 letters of our teapot's mnemonic. T stands for tonic. Know where tonic is. S stands for scale degrees. Know what scale degrees you need to sing, and then sing those scale degrees. In the first singing intervals video, I showed you how to sing most of the intervals whose starting pitch is tonic. That's the ascending major second, major third, perfect fifth, and the descending minor second and perfect fourth. In this video, we're going to sing those same intervals, but we're going to turn them around. So we're going to sing the descending major second, major third, and perfect fifth, and ascending minor second and perfect fourth. So let's get started. Let's start with the major second down. Remember that major seconds show up in 5 places in the major scale, between scale degrees 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 5 and 6, and 6 and 7. When singing major seconds up, we used scale degrees 1 to 2 in the major mode. Remember that we chose this one because it's one of the ones that shows up most frequently in real music and also one of the easier ones to hear. When singing an interval in the opposite direction, all we need to do is turn the scale degree combinations around. We'll still use the same scale degrees, but now we need to sing scale degree 2 going down to scale degree 1. You might remember from my video on scale degree patterns in major that one of the ways I suggested practicing them was to treat a given pitch as a particular scale degree and then to sing the pattern from that pitch to find tonic. That's exactly what we need to do in order to find tonic using our method. So if my given pitch is this, La, that represents scale degree 2 or Re. I need to find tonic first, and I'm going to do that by singing the scale degree pattern for 2 or Re from that pitch. Re, Do. Now I know where tonic is. I can sing my scale degree patterns, or a scale, or a simple chord progression to solidify my sense of the key. So I'm going to use my scale degree patterns. Do, re, do, mi, re, do, fa, mi, do, sol, mi, do, la, sol, mi, do, ti, do, ti, do, ti, do, sol, do. Now I sing the component scale degrees, followed by the quality and size of the interval. Re, do, major second. Now let's look at a major third down. The process is exactly the same. I remember from singing intervals 1 that major thirds occur in 3 places in the major scale, between scale degree 1 and 3, 4 and 6, and 5 and 7. To sing a major third down, I simply reverse those scale degrees. So it's between scale degrees 3 and 1, 6 and 4, and 7 and 5. The one I chose for singing a major third up was scale degree 1 to 3. I'm going to use those same scale degrees reversed to sing the major third down. Scale degree 3 down to 1. So if this is my scale degree 3, I first have to find tonic. 3, 2, 1. I now know where tonic is. I set myself up in the key. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 6, 5, 3, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 5, 1. I now sing the component scale degrees. 3, 1, major third. Let's move on to perfect fifths. Again, the process is exactly the same. Here are all the combinations that create perfect fifths in the major scale. Keep in mind, I'm going to be singing the combination of scale degrees in the reverse of what I sang in order to sing an ascending perfect fifth, because I want to sing a descending perfect fifth. When singing an ascending perfect fifth, I chose scale degrees 1 to 5. So I'm going to take that same combination of scale degrees and simply reverse them to change the order of the interval. So if my starting pitch is 5, I sing the pattern for scale degree 5 to find tonic. 5, 3, 1. I set myself up in the key. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 6, 5, 3, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 5, 1. And I sing the component scale degrees. 5, 1, perfect fifth. Let's move on to the minor second up. You'll remember that when singing a minor second down, we started on scale degree 1 and went down to scale degree 7. We're going to flip that around. We're going to sing scale degree 7 up to scale degree 1, keeping in mind that there is another minor second in the major scale, and that is between scale degrees 3 and 4. So if my starting pitch is Sev or T, I hear that as scale degree 7, sing the pattern to find scale degree 1, Ti, Do. Now I could go ahead and sing the setup and then sing the interval, but in order to find tonic, I already sang the interval. So I'm going to shortcut this just a little bit. Ti, Do, minor second. And if you're feeling confident enough in your placement of the key that you can go ahead and do that, start taking those shortcuts. Eventually you want to get to the point that you just hear the starting pitch, you hear the scale degrees and tonic in your head, and you just sing them without having to do the setups. And finally, let's take a look at the perfect fourth up. You remember that perfect fourths show up in 6 places in the major scale. We chose the one between scale degree 1 and 5 when singing these down. So we're going to flip that around and we're going to sing the pattern from scale degree 5 up to scale degree 1, or Sol up to Do. So if this is my starting pitch, Sol, I hear tonic in my head by singing the alternate pattern for scale degree 5. Sol, Do. I found tonic. If I need to, I can do the setup and then sing the component scale degrees and the quality and size of the interval. But since I just sang the interval to find tonic, I think I'm ready to go. Sol, Do, perfect fourth. And that's all there is to singing these intervals. So let's recap. Our method for singing intervals, any interval, is using what we call teapots. Theory, plan, tonic, and scale degrees. Theory, know what scale degrees go into each interval. Plan, First find tonic, then sing the component scale degrees. The intervals we covered were the major second down, major third down, and perfect fifth down, and the minor second and perfect fourth up. The scale degrees we used to sing these intervals were the same ones we used when singing them in the opposite direction, what we covered in the Singing Intervals 1 video. We simply turn those combinations of scale degrees around. So for a major second down, we used 2 down to 1 or Re down to Do. For a major third down, we used 3 down to 1 or Mi down to Do. And for a perfect fifth down, we used 5 down to 1 or Sol down to Do. For a minor second up, we started on scale degree 7 or Ti and went up to Do or 1. And for a perfect fourth up, we started on scale degree 5 and went up to scale degree 1 or Sol to Do. Well, that's it for now. If you found this helpful, please make sure you like the video. And to find out more about music theory and to watch all my music theory videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel by clicking the link below. Be on the lookout for my next video on singing intervals, in which we're going to cover minor thirds, major sixths, and minor sixths. Until next time,